welcome to the final edition of Talk Time for E3 2013. He says, I'm here with Mike and Aidan again.
Hello.
I'm Paul, and we're going to be discussing the Ubisoft or Ubisoft. I'm not quite sure how that pronunciation goes, but I would say
Ubisoft.
You always go Ubisoft.
I always go Ubisoft.
Oh, I'm going to go with
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yourself.
What are they called? Infograms. I'm going to go for Infograms. That's who they bought out.
Oh.
But no, I'm going to call them Ubisoft.
Cool.
We're going to talk about their we're going to talk about their little press event. That
It wasn't so little.
well, we're going to talk about their press event. First of all, they started off with the guitarist from Alice in Chains coming out. No introduction.
Nope.
Comes out, starts playing Man in a Box, I think.
I have no idea.
One of their most famous songs.
A song using a guitar.
Yeah, and I was like, what's this guy? I honestly thought this was going to be one of their celebrity kind of.
Oh, I knew what it was straight away.
We've got somebody here. We've got somebody here doing something. Going, didn't have Oshio was part of the Xbox press conference last year.
Yeah.
Sort of that.
So it's actually a drinking game going around saying he's actually going to come out if he does drink 3 drinks.
Well, I thought it was just going to be one of their celebrity things, but he's actually endorsing Rocksmith 2014. The teach yourself to play guitar game.
Yep.
Which we all said we were going to get.
Coming out on 360. I assume. PS4.
I assume PS3.
3, sorry. Yeah, they came out announcing games that were going to come out on this generation's consoles.
Yeah.
First, and names like 5 or something, I think. Yeah, 5.
They talked about Rocksmith. Then they moved on to a video displaying Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah, something I've personally been waiting for a little while now. So I was a little bit disappointed we didn't see a bit more of that.
Well, there was no gameplay, was there?
No,
it was more like, it was just kind of like it was like a music video, or like the kidnap section from like a film like Taken, where it's like cut.
It looked a bit like Sub 24 with all the different screens.
Yeah.
Although I'm still looking forward to it because I do like Splinter Cell.
Well, they do have that the Mercs versus Spies mode.
Yeah,
so that's going to be great.
Which was
that's
very good.
Probably the only reason I buy it, because the actual Splinter Cell games annoy the pants off me.
Yeah, I was never going to Splinter Cell.
They've changed them a lot. The original ones I like a lot because they are proper stealth. The newer ones you can just go in guns blazing. And it's like, don't give me that option, because I'll just get bored and go, you know what, I'm going to do this. They're taking all the challenge out of it. For me personally.
They talked and showed the sequel to Rayman Origins, which is Rayman Legends. Looks pretty much like a bigger Rayman Origins.
Really much.
And I really liked Rayman Origins. I thought it was a good game. It's like an old school
platformer,
2D platformer.
Yeah, very good.
Can you do multiplayer in it at the same time, like 2 people?
Yeah, you can have 4 people.
Oh. So it's like New Super Mario Bros. In that way then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes.
Yes.
What's Super Mario?
But yeah, it looked good, but it did kind of look like more of the same.
Yeah.
But that was a good game, so maybe that's what people want.
It does what it says on the tin.
Sponsored by Rod.
What was next?
Then we moved on to a quite amusing video about a game called The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. Now it's a free-to-play game. I think it's more PC based. I don't think it's actually for consoles.
I have no idea. It just looked fun.
They didn't. I don't think they mentioned which platforms it would be on. It was quite funny. Quite an amusing little video.
Yeah.
It looks like a themed dungeon.
Yeah, that's how I'd describe it.
Or like one of the old Bullfrog dungeon keeper games where you design and create your own dungeon. The aim is for other people to come and run your dungeon. If they can, they get to steal some of your loot. But if you can run their dungeon, you can steal some of their loot. And obviously, the aim is to have
more loot than the other way.
An epic loot. And then they talked about
that's loot as in treasure, not the medieval guitar.
Really?
I'm really glad you cleared that up.
Now I don't want to play this game.
Yeah, I
really want to go guitar hunting.
Shall I ask that question, or will it make me seem a bit stupid?
And I bet you're really glad you didn't.
Come on, Ye Olde rock band would be awesome.
Then they talked about The Stick of Truth, one of our most anticipated games of the year.
Yeah, South Park. Still coming out this year.
Still coming out this year, December.
It was meant to come out March, so we all know how that panned out.
When THQ went at bust, obviously
and they
the
did
publishing
announce.
dates had to.
And not only that, the season of that South Park got pushed back, so that gave them free rein to say, well, we don't need to push this out at the same time now. So yeah, they put it for a little while.
Again, that was they didn't. I'm surprised we never got any. We haven't actually seen any actual gameplay.
I've seen a little bit in the original trailer.
Yeah.
But
about 6 months ago.
That's
but
what I
apart
mean.
from that, at EA, at Ubisoft and E3, we saw nothing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It looked funny though.
It'd be good if you turned it into a first-person shooter.
Did you play the one on the N64?
No.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, there has been
I know, I know N64.
there has been a South Park first-person shooter.
What do you shoot?
Snowballs,
Chickens.
and chickens, and
Silly stuff.
and if you
Well,
press
the chicken
if you
sandwich.
press left, you piss on the snow, so it's yellow. If you
Yeah.
throw that at people, it hurts more.
So that was pretty much all I had for the 360. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was.
And,
To be
PS3.
fair, 5 games is they're not exactly abandoning the
Yeah,
system
no
quickly, are
one,
they?
no one really expects you to come out and say, yeah, we've got 5 games coming out this year for
Yeah.
this gen, when we're really focusing on next gen at E3 this year. So, but they moved on to next gen quite rapidly.
Yeah. They talked about The Crew, which is an open world driving game,
Yep.
which they said they've modelled quite a large area of the United States.
Quite a large
Do they
area.
actually have a map of the whole United
I don't think it was the
I don't
whole
think
thing
that's-
mapped.
I don't think they have the whole thing, but they have.
It-
They definitely have Nevada.
It looked like
Nevada,
they had
not Nevada.
the USA, but they'd just taken key parts that they wanted,
Yeah.
and you probably just like fast travel to them all. I imagine something like a map of the same size as San Andreas, maybe
Yeah.
bigger. But yeah, it's meant to be USA scaled down a lot.
But this, I was just like, oh, another racing game. But this
Yeah,
actually seems
it's
to be
not,
like a.
yeah.
I mean, there was racing in it. They said there was
Of
racing,
course.
but there was also a kind of like the three of us could have teamed up and taken on this AI driver that we
Yeah.
had to stop,
Which is very cool.
which was a cool idea. I mean,
Driver sort of missions sort of thing
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that we've seen done by the people.
No, I'm looking forward to this one actually. I probably will pick this up.
Give it
at some point because it does look good. And not only that, you can customise your cars and all that whilst you're not on your console. So if you're at work and you've got your break and you've got your tablet in front of you, you can use your tablet to change stuff, change your car and to customise it, which is pretty cool.
That's an e-reader.
It's a tablet bag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, acts like one.
Then they moved on to Watch Dogs.
Yep. That looked good.
Which,
Yeah.
That looks so good.
I want to play it.
The trailer's out there. It's a good trailer. It's the one that leaked just before E3 started, so you may have already seen it.
I imagine they have by now. You haven't.
It's
You
a
go watch it.
But it was more of a concept trailer. They didn't. Obviously they showed this game in greater detail at the Sony press conference.
Yeah,
But
they did actually.
I'm always surprised when they come out in their own conference and go, "Here's a massive game. We're not going to show it you
Yeah.
yet." It kind of indicates how much money have we been given to turn
So,
on
yeah.
the other stage.
Just to hold back in our own conference.
Yeah.
Then
Watch Dogs.
It's I'd describe it as Grand Theft Hacker.
yeah.
Yeah, see, what did I describe it as? It was to me, it's a lot like Assassin's Creed and Hitman rolled into one and made a lot better. And I said in the Sony one that it just looks like a hybrid of those two games
Yeah.
mashed together. And I'm really looking forward to it because I enjoy both of those games, and a hybrid version would be very nice.
They talked about Just Dance 2014. It was bright, colourful, showed a lot of people dancing.
Yeah, perfectly dancing.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
everybody
always the way.
sings that.
There's always someone who's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I played that game. Well, not that exact one, but I played Just Dance. There's no way you're like, oh, what do they want me to do?
Yeah.
Down there.
I'm not even looking at what the screen says. But obviously they sell really well.
And they're fun group games.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's like the dance version of Rock Band. It's good to just laugh at your mates messing stuff up.
They did say that with specific to the Xbox One, that the Kinect can now sit up to like 8 people or 6 people.
Was it really? Awesome.
So there'll be, you'd have to do actual group dancing, because like the problem with all those videos in the past was you got like a massive group dancing and you only ever see 2 of them.
Yeah.
So that's impressive. Obviously that will sell like hotcakes, because that's pretty much kept the Wii alive for its last couple of years.
And I do buy a lot of hotcakes.
I have one cake cold.
Oh.
And me medium man.
That's about cakes. On to the next thing.
Cake, enough of the cake cast.
Yeah.
Then they talked about a new TV show they were going to be producing with Nickelodeon called Rabbits Invasion.
Yeah, that's
Rabbids.
bizarre.
Rabbids.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's the rabbit thing.
Raving Rabbids.
That was it.
Basically a TV show that was going to have interactive portions that would.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure how that works.
Yeah,
but
like what?
Basically, you're flinging eggs at the screen. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It didn't look great to me, but.
But if you're sitting there on a Saturday morning, and you're 7 years old, and it goes, you can now throw eggs at our characters.
So that's great. Why not?
Yeah. You know what's gonna happen? Some kid will get real eggs. Ruin their dad's expensive telly. Or their mum's.
Awesome.
Oh,
I hope that happens. If that happens to your family, please let us know.
Yeah. Send us a picture.
Or film it and send it to You've Been Franked. You might get 250 quid towards a new TV.
I mean, that was a pretty.
That was standard.
Did they demo that? I can't remember.
But there's a game as well.
No, they didn't really demo it.
Oh yeah, that was
They
amazing.
showed us a video of it being
The
demoed,
game
but-
would interact with the TV
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
There is a game. It's not just like the
Yeah.
TV series suddenly.
Unlike Xbox, that you can play it offline.
But that was a I can see the industry going more in this direction. What with
Yeah, well, we'll see.
what with Quantum Break having a TV show attached to it, and this having a TV show attached to it.
Yeah,
If they're successful,
I think they're testing the water.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Then we moved on to an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Yeah, exactly. Pirates. It's all about
Pirates.
It's all about pirates.
Oh, I thought it was about the Cornish.
Arr.
I'm an assassin.
Shiver me timbers. Yeah,
Give me a
Assassin's
pass.
Creed.
You bastard.
Look, just
Don't
a
you
photo of it.
assassinate my pasty.
Taking the photo note from the last Assassin's Creed and concentrating on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people like
But
pirates.
again, we didn't get a gameplay demo. They
No,
saved
not
that.
until Sony.
They saved that until
So-
Sony. So much like EA saved all of their gameplay demos from Microsoft,
Yeah.
Ubisoft seemed to have gone for the Sony route.
Right, no.
They were very, very. I mean, we're rapidly approaching like just what's. They moved really quickly.
Yeah.
It was just kind of. They said, "Isn't that like?" It was like, kind of, "Isn't that awesome?"
Well, yeah. I mean, they didn't really show a great deal of games.
No.
But they had an hour to show it in, so they showed some of them in a bit of depth.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of time talking about what they're going to do. So, which was fine. I'm interested to hear it. And I think it was a good mix.
And then they moved on to Trials Fusion, the third in the Trials series.
Yeah.
Looks completely insane because it looks like you're doing stuff in the sky.
I honestly thought it was a serious computer. Like when it first loaded up, and they've got this guy just going up into the air and he's on this bike, and he looks like a superhero. I was like, this is going to be a pile of rubbish. Like, they cannot make a motorbike superhero.
And then he fell off.
Yeah,
and
he
go,
fell. I was like,
"Ah!" Oh,
"Whey!"
it's Trials.
Now I'm watching.
Yeah, that looks cool. Wow.
When you were doing stuff in the sky, you were doing stuff under the water. It was just kind of Trials taken to the silly extreme, which in the Trials case could be a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was a silly game anyway. So
They announced-
it needs it. It's the next step up.
they announced that for consoles, and for the first time they announced Trials Frontier for your mobile device.
Yes. Can't
So-
wait.
I mean, Trials is the perfect game for mobile, where you can just be like, failed,
Yeah.
because they have the boss.
Well, saying that, I've tried a similar version before, like a cheaper version.
Yeah.
And it's sort of one really, really hard to control.
Yeah.
But still, I'm looking forward to it. They are good games. They have a good fun.
And then they kind of did their own kind of one more thing. You know, well, the big consoles always say like, oh, one more thing, and they try and blow your mind.
Yeah.
In this particular year, it was the prices.
Yeah.
Like before, it's been like a video for Halo, or last
Video for
year.
Halo.
Last year, Nintendo did something hilarious when they went, just one more thing. Here's the game we've already been showing you for the past 20 minutes, and we're going to put some fireworks in the background, and people farted on it. Luckily, I don't think they'll fart on this, because they unveiled a great-looking game called The Division by Tom Clancy, or Tom Clancy's The Division, as they now own the rights to Tom Clancy's name.
Really?
Yeah, Ubisoft bought the rights to Tom Clancy's name, but not for video games.
To be fair, he doesn't do anything with the video games.
No, he has to rent his name off them to put on a book. That's amazing. So how much money did they give him in the first place?
Yeah, it must have given quite a bit.
But it looked a really good kind of.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this to me has been the highlight of E3.
Yeah, it's easily one of the best games. if
Yeah,
not the best
yeah,
game.
game-wise, I
Should we talk about what it was? Considering this is where we
Right, it opened up and it looked like it was some sort of Ghost Recon. We were guessing Ghost Recon,
Rainbow Six.
and we just couldn't get it.
The video like saying how fragile the state.
Yeah, and we thought it might be a zombie game.
The state of the world is fragile. If there was an epidemic,
Yeah.
society would break down within about 4 days.
But it's on a bit. The trailer I watched today was almost like it. I think they were saying that it's a virus that they put out there just to test.
And
just
it
to
went-
see-
it
and
went
it
mental.
went wrong. And on Black Friday, sorry. This virus spread because of all the money transactions. This virus just held on money, and it just killed loads of the population. And it's now up to you to try and stabilize the situation,
Yeah.
control it, and rebuild the society and make sure everything stays calm. But as they went through it, you're there and you're looking for water that's not contaminated. You're seeing people running around, but not too many.
It's kind of third person.
You're with a group.
Yeah, and
An online group. The group's your group. Friends.
and constantly they were constantly saying there's something over there.
Yeah.
We need to go and do that.
Okay,
We should check this particular
yeah,
shop.
Let's check out Manhattan later on.
Yeah.
So,
We can go over there. And,
so it's blatantly New York mapped
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But it was really impressive. Like great amounts of detail.
Like a realistic post-apocalyptic game, which you don't see many of.
Yeah, and then at the
Yeah,
end.
there weren't no like super mutants running around. It was kind of like.
Was there a skill tree for your weapons?
I think so, because it's cloned itself as an RPG.
Yeah,
So
there was.
there was a skill tree for your weapons.
And yourself.
And yourself, and you can apparently just customize yourself fully to whatever you want. I mean, we've heard this every single time your game comes out like this, so
But-
wouldn't hold my breath on that bit.
Of course, you've also got. What was I going to say? I've just lost my point. Never mind.
The last bit for me was not only am I teaming up with all my mates.
You're going to talk about the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they did this with Watch Dogs as well.
Right.
They showed the game, and then it goes to an above view, and it zooms out, and it shows lots of other little dots. And you're a dot at the start, and it zooms in, and then it zooms out and shows a lot of other little dots at the end, indicating that it's probably a massively online kind of. Yeah.
They've said that there's going to be like 100 people in a map at a time.
Now I'm hoping this is going to be a bit like, say, DayZ, like a proper survival game where it's like, if I die, okay, I can come back, but I've lost my water. I need water.
Yeah.
I need food.
Yeah, that would be cool. But there's nothing to say that you have to battle the other teams that are in there.
Yeah,
because you've all got similar objectives. It's just there are limited resources. So do you kill one another, or do you work?
Work
put your
together
teams
and
and
help
work
find
together.
enough to.
But another thing that I read today is that they've got a tablet, and if you've got your tablet but you can't play, what you can do.
Oh, we saw that in the demo.
Yeah, that one.
They did, but they didn't explain it. And what it is that you don't actually have a character, but you can spot people for other people.
You play a drone.
So you spot people. Put that on silent. You spot people, and you have a drone. So if you're in a really tight situation, you can call in an airstrike, but only if you're on the tablet. If you're playing the game, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So it makes the tablet actually worth having. Important
rather,
part of your team.
rather than like we were saying in one of our earlier videos about Microsoft, it's just like another button.
Yeah. So I'm
It was
really looking forward to that
impressive,
game.
and it was something that made me go, you know what, the next gen could be something I need to get into.
I think I'm definitely going to have to get into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was that game that sold it for me.
It blew me away more than say. I mean, I really liked Titanfall, but I was like, yeah, okay, it's good, but this was kind of like, that's amazing. It just looked really good. Like the shooting of things, the way things fell apart, the way it just looked completely explorable, customizable.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think it was the highlight of Ubisoft's conference.
I think it's one of the highlights of E3 that I've seen so far.
For me, so.
And I think it's years away. I think it's at least a year away.
Well,
they showed Watch Dogs 2 years ago in a similar fashion.
Yeah, but I'm not going to speculate on that. Just because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay optimistic that it comes out on launch.
Nah. I can't see that. Well, I'd like it to.
They actually say
But-
what they said, would that be on both?
Well, they haven't
Xbox
said.
or-
I don't believe they said.
Don't know.
Apart from Dance Central being able to have so many people on the Connect, I don't think they ever stated
Which
console exclusivity.
No.
Or
true actually. So good for the Ubisoft.
Yeah.
yeah, that they seem they had a good showing, possibly better than EA's.
Actually, the Watch Dogs does get an extra hour's gameplay on the PS4.
But that was at the PS4
That was
conference.
the PS4 conference, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to Ubisoft's
They
conference.
never actually said.
No, not during it, no.
And
They were impartial.
which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's pretty much the E3 press conferences.
Yep.
Yeah.
How would you rate this press conference?
I'd go for about an 8, because I'm not a fan of most of the things on there, but the Division brings it way up
Yeah.
from what it would have been for me.
I think I'm gonna have to go with 8.5.
I think I'm gonna go for 8.
Yeah. So what's that? Is that?
8.25?
We'll go with that. My review is not mathematicians.
Yeah.
It was
8.25.
it's really good.
Yeah.
But like I said, like you said, a lot of the things I'm like, Just Dance doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, same here.
We saw some of the games. In other
There's only 2
areas.
things on here. Well, 3. South Park's to a degree, but that's not, a big cluster game. It's just be a bit of fun. Well, Watch Dog and definitely Division are going to be awesome.
See, to me, it's Trials, it's the Division, it's South Park. The crew looked really good for a driving game.
But you like the entire.
I like pretty much all the conference.
Watch Dogs and Division for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Good conference.
Yeah, and that will be all from me.
That's all from me.
And all from me.
So thank you.
Signing off. Ta-ra.
Yeah.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to us on Facebook.
And on YouTube.
Look for us on YouTube. Obviously, you've probably seen this video on YouTube, but if you haven't, and go to clashplanet.com and find our latest reviews, news and
Podcasts, videos, the lot.
We'll be on iTunes. We're going to be on iTunes, so look for us there as well.
Hopefully today.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Alright, till next time.
See ya.
Goodbye.